Hey friend, it is Friday afternoon. I'm wanting a little macaroni and cheese for lunch. So I'm whipping up one of my quick recipes for making macaroni and cheese. There's multiple ways to mac it. There are multiple ways to make mac and cheese. Some are a little more elaborate and involve lots of different kinds of cheeses. I'm doing just the simple, basic mac and cheese today that does not require a whole lot of pots and extra sauces and multiple steps. I'm simply boiling my macaroni in a pot right here next to the stove, and I have just grated 2 ounces of extra sharp cheddar cheese, which is the kind of cheese that I like to use. But you can definitely do this with a mild cheddar cheese or even Swiss or another type, whatever your favorite cheese is. I love the sharp stuff. You can definitely use pre-shredded cheese if you want to. It's just not going to melt into your pasta as easily, which is the cool trick to this one dish, is that you don't need a lot of extra ingredients because the cheese will melt into the pasta so easily. But 2 ounces of cheddar will make quite some cheesy macaroni. I'm also just using plain macaroni. This is a 32-ounce box. I'm using 8 ounces right now. So this 2-ounce box from Aldi will actually give you 4 batches of macaroni and cheese if you're trying to figure out how far it will go. If you will stick around to the end, we'll go over the cost breakdown of this mac and cheese and see how it compares to the box stuff. But also know that the really good thing about this is that you know precisely what the ingredients are in your cheese sauce. It's going to be cheese. Okay, our pasta has boiled. I have drained it and now I'm pouring it back into that same warm pot. I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of butter and start to move that around in our pasta. Remember, this is boiled in salted water, so it should not need a lot of seasoning, maybe until you get to the table, if you like it saltier. And then we're just going to simply add in our shredded cheese. Spread it out a little bit, and then just watch as it melts into your pasta. You can come back and add a tiny bit of milk if you would like to make this a tiny bit creamier. And I'm going to do that right now. Just add a little bit less than a quarter cup of milk. I would say that this is just a super kid-friendly version of mac and cheese, but unless we're all considering ourselves kids, because I have never outgrown my mac and cheese habit. And there we have basically 3, maybe 4 ingredients, and you have mac and cheese ready in less than 15 minutes. Okay, let's talk some numbers for the mac and cheese. Now, you can buy generic mac and cheese in a box that is the powder mix, and you add in 4 tablespoons of butter, which is a quarter of a cup of butter, and you add in a half a cup of milk in order to make that cheese sauce. With this recipe, you're just using macaroni, plain old elbow macaroni, and you're using your favorite cheese and about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of butter. You can add a little bit of milk like I did in the recipe, but it was less than a quarter cup. So the recipe breakdown for that is this macaroni cost me $2.09 for a 32-ounce box. So that means I could get 4 batches of mac and cheese from this huge box. I'm also using 8 ounces of macaroni, where the box mac and cheese actually only has 7¼ ounces in it, but I'm not positive if that weight does not include the cheese sauce packet. Let's just assume that we are comparing the same thing, pasta to pasta. If you're using 8 ounces of this macaroni, you're getting more. So you end up with at least 4 good servings, where a box of mac and cheese is going to give you more like 3 servings. So that makes the box mac and cheese about 33 cents per serving versus the real mac and real cheese that is closer to 25 cents per serving once you add in your cheese and your macaroni. I didn't add in the cost of milk and butter, but you use less of both if you are making it on the stovetop from scratch versus making it from the box. So overall, 33 cents versus 25 cents. Savings isn't huge, but the real important thing is that you know precisely what you have put in that. And there's no mystery ingredients in the sauce. It's basically cheese with maybe a little bit of butter and a little bit of milk and nothing else. You can certainly customize this by adding a little garlic, a little more salt and pepper if you want that. But I was trying to make a very kid-friendly version, and I feel like this is, and this kid really still likes it too. I hope you'll try that recipe. If you don't have these basic ingredients in your kitchen or in your pantry, and you are curious about knowing what items to keep in your pantry if you want to start cooking more from scratch, then I'm going to put a link in the description below that goes to my free community. In that community, there is an ebook called Ditch the Boxes, and it's a breakdown of just the simple places, of just the simple ingredients that you really want to have in your kitchen on hand when you first start out cooking from scratch. I know often we come across recipes that sound wonderful, but if they have a list of 15 ingredients and you only have 3 of those in your kitchen, then it can be a little overwhelming. And cooking from scratch does not have to be something that requires you to have tons of ingredients in your house. Start with basics, and this book will tell you what to start with, why you want to start with those things, and also give you some ideas on how to start building out and adding things to your pantry as you move into more recipes. Also in the community, which again is completely free, is an opportunity for you to ask questions, request videos. There's also a growing library of searchable recipes that link back to the YouTube channel so that you can find what you're looking for very easily. Often video titles aren't completely straightforward, but you'll be able to find them very easily inside the community. That's it for today. I hope you have a blessed one. Until the next video, YouTube thinks you might enjoy this video here.